Okay, another campus living episode. I'm going to go ahead and just wheel in here. I'm not going to let you see me, of course. That would break the screen, but in my wheelchair here, I'm just going to gently wheel over. I don't know about gently. I normally run into stuff, but the thing that many of you want to be off the gridders, but more likely weekenders on the lake, still very important. If you're going to live off the grid or on the lake or in your ex-mother-in-law's back pasture, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to be aware of two things. One, if you don't have gas, which unless you're going to drill a well, you won't have gas. You're going to have batteries and you're going to have things like solar panels and such as that. So the two things that you're going to have to be aware of, throw the voltage out the window, really. You're going to be aware of two things. One is amps, and two is watts. How many amps do I have available? And how many watts does what I'm drawing from it consume? And so then you can kind of calculate, and then you use that. You've got your solar panel. Typically, it's just a 100-watt little kit here. Comes with the solar panels, cables, connectors, and of course the charge controller. So what that little guy there does is, let me back on a little bit, too much coffee today. Camp House coffee, a little bit usually bold. What we've got here is you've got your charge controller. And so what it does basically is you can't just hook up a solar panel straight to the battery, right? So you got to go through this charge controller and regulator. What it does is it just kind of regulates, monitors, is the brain, if you will, of the system. And you go ahead and you plug that in. Basically, you just connect it to your battery, right? Joe battery, nothing special. Walmart special there. And then it'll go ahead and tell you, once you've hooked your solar panel in, which we did rig up a couple of them outside the door, just to kind of do the short video here. So they're gathering light and it's charging. And what it will do is it'll show you the status of the battery. So right there, it says 12.0 V. That's how many volts the battery has, how much potential. It's like that's the refrigerator there. Volts are the refrigerator. The amps, that's the food that goes out of the refrigerator. And you are the watts. You consume it. So a little bit too deep there, but essentially it'll tell you that it's charging. Okay, kind of give you a little status indicator there, a little bar. Then it also has a little symbol on the left there. That's simply the solar panel into the battery and further into a light bulb. What's that? Well, right there, you can put there's a main light switch there. And then what they do is they give you a couple little ancillary lights, if you will. LED, of course, low consumption, with the switch in it. So I happen to have these over just a couple of the holes there routed. So what you do is you can leave that main switch on, and then each individual light can be, turned on or off at will. And then below that, you simply have a button that I think that's an on button. And then you have here, you have the 3mm connectors, and that's for the lights there, left and right. Got one more in the middle there. And then as well, you can also hook up an external light there with the screws. And you can also gang other solar panels. So for example, I have 4 25-watt panels going into one, and I'm ganging them together to make 100 watts, yeah. And then I go ahead and I plug that into a main input here, see? But I can also add another gang, and so I could develop limitless power, seemingly for absolutely $0.00. Then moving along here, we've got your out there. That's that black one there running to the left. That just goes to your gang of 8 solar panels. And then you've got 2 USB-C chargers on it as well for an added bonus. The top one is a 1 amp output. The bottom one is 2 amps, and so it'll charge twice as fast as your standard everyday charger. So not a bad little deal. I mean, it's intelligent, more intelligent than I am, and so hope you enjoyed the short how-to survive on the grid, or at least on the weekend while you're playing off the grid.